Okay. Now, do parents have the right to keep their children ignorant of facts like these about the world's religions? I don't think so. And I think just knowing all of these facts and a lot more that they would get, not in 5 minutes, but over, little dribbles and dribbles in their curricula over their school years, this would be a good thing for everybody. I want to know, if Dinesh thinks no, what is he afraid of? Is it the truth, maybe? These are just uncontroversial facts about the world's religions. I think everybody should know them. Now here's the Hagia Sophia in Istanbul. Here's some interesting facts about it. It started off as a church. Then it became a mosque, and now it's a museum. Isn't that interesting? Who knows what might happen next? It's hard to say. Here's the Vatican. Maybe in the life of your children or your grandchildren, it will become the European Museum of Roman Catholicism. Maybe Mecca will become Disney's Magic Kingdom of Allah. Who knows? The thing about religions is they're changing all the time. They are changing constantly. They've changed more in the last 200 years than they changed in the last 2,000 years. And they'll probably change in the next 20 years as much as they've changed in the last 200. And that's why it's important that everybody know about religions.
I'm not saying that Dan is incompetent in his field. He's extremely competent. But I'm saying that in this new atheism, we have all these guys from Dawkins to Dan to others who are wandering far outside their fields where they know very little and making authoritative pronouncements about theology, about history, about Christianity. Christopher Hitchens in about 3 lines disposes of Anselm. Sam Harris, biology major, takes on Aquinas in a paragraph. I mean, this is intellectually embarrassing. And I think what it reflects is ultimately an atheist bigotry that is really not willing to take religion seriously. So my goal in this debate has not been ultimately to make the proof for the existence. I said I'm not proving anything. But I am saying that I want to suggest to you that there are serious arguments deriving from history, philosophy, and science that make the case that we should take seriously what most people from most of human history have taken seriously, and even now. So ultimately, this provincial, you may say, northeastern atheism of the academy that snickers at the whole world as being a bunch of idiots, I mean, is this the kind of elitism you want to have in the university where you don't take seriously the way other people experience the world? I mean, consider religion. Let me give you an analogy and I'll close on that. Let's say, for example, I was accused of a crime. I'm accused of killing somebody. I know I didn't do it. I come into court and Dan produces 5 pieces of evidence that say, here is the external evidence that you did it. Now, am I supposed to agree with that evidence, even though I know I didn't do it? In other words, my inward experience is of innocence. The external evidence as laid out is in front of me. All I'm saying is religious people experience the world and experience God as very real in their lives. It's no answer to them to say, well, we can find a guy who saw a UFO. Well, you produce 2/3 of people on the planet who see UFOs on a daily basis since the beginning of time, and I'll take those people seriously. So I'm suggesting that academically, we shouldn't think ourselves superior to everyone else. If you approached any other subject like race relations, imagine if I started making jokes and producing little quips about slaves with funny names and so on, you'd be appalled. And if I said that should be required teaching in the curriculum. After all, people have had very interesting attitudes toward race relations over the centuries. This is not intellectually serious. So to answer Dan's question, I agree with the spirit of his proposal. I just don't want him to be the guy doing it. Thank you.